So you open the book, and the first couple pages, naturally are blank, and then you got the big, cover art back on the first page there. And it jumps into special thanks and all that good stuff. And then there's this section where I believe Elliot wrote it, and he basically went through and described all his blessings. And it's just going through and basically thanking all the great people in his life, his mother, his father, his best friends. And he attributed back to the I don't want to call it new mentality he adopted, because I believe he's been that way for a while, but the four, magician, king, lover, fighter sort of thing, or warrior. And he attributed those attributes to different people. And he thanks everybody, general book stuff. It's got your, contents, which is good, because if you want to skip past the story parts, that's good to be able to just jump straight to, page, 295, digestion should help, enzymes and probiotics, hydration, that sort of thing, is on 305, that sort of thing. Now this first section of the book caught me completely off guard, because I was expecting it to be basically Elliot most of the way with Chris just helping, and it kind of turned into the fitness side of it was covered mainly by Chris, and the rest of it was covered by Elliot, the spiritual, or even, what's the term he uses? I don't want to call it foo-foo. The calming down, the different seasons he's always talking about. And I think that's because Elliot's in a certain part of his life now where he's basically doesn't have to fight for everything he wants anymore. He can just sit back and enjoy every plant that he, every seed sprouting that he's laid over, a very long career. Long, 20 years, right? But still, and I think that he's at that part in his life, so it made the section he did more applicable. And we'll get to more of that later. But like I said, this really caught me off guard, because we're always hearing Elliot talk and things like that. And Chris runs his own channel too. I believe it's Overtime Athletes is the name of his channel. And, we hear a little bit about Chris, but we don't know a lot about Chris in terms of where he came from, his life, how he came to be at Strength Camp, how he came to be the person he is. So when you first open it up, it starts with the preface, and I honestly read through the first couple pages of this, all the way to page 3, until I realized this is Chris talking. This is Chris's story, not Elliot's. Because everything he talks about, blue-collar family, working hard, not being a taker, always being a giver, provider, that sort of thing. It sounds very, very much like Elliot's speech patterns and the way he talks. And it was really nice to basically get this preface or preface that was written by Chris. And it was unexpected, and it was a happy moment when I realized this is Chris talking about all these things. And we finally get Chris's whole story about, him getting into football and not being able to do football because of this, that, and the other, and it turns out it's the best thing in his life, that sort of things, and, how he met Elliot and what it's like to be around Elliot, a really candid description of where Chris came from and his first impressions of Elliot and how Elliot changed him, and, all these people that they brought into their lives and brought into his life, and how it's changed him. So that was unexpected to first open up with Chris, and I think it's pretty nice that even though Elliot's name shows up first, Chris gets the first word. I like that. Then there's a letter from Elliot, and it's much shorter. I think Elliot knows most of us know who he is, and he doesn't have to spend 3 or 4 pages talking about who he is and how he got his thing, but he does, go into what he is all about and what he hopes to accomplish through this book and what he hopes others will accomplish in this book. And it's a good section. It's a good little read, 2-page things. Then they open up with the very first idea, which is the king's character, core values, and mission. And I enjoy that about this, because I'm one of those dudes who likes to cut through all the bullshit, Give me the meat and potatoes. I'm not here for all the fucking salad. You know what I mean? Not here for the appetizers. I'm here to eat, damn it.